Welcome to today's tutorial. In this video, we will create a fun and engaging 3D fishing game using Java and JMonkey Engine. First, let's get familiar with the tools required. JMonkey Engine is a modern game engine for developing 3D games in Java. It simplifies the process with a rich set of features. To start, make sure you have JDK, JMonkey Engine SDK, and an IDE like IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse installed on your machine. Let's create a new JMonkey Engine project. Open your JMonkey Engine SDK and select New Project. Choose Basic Game and give your project a name, for example, 3D Fishing Game. Once you have created the project, let's take a look at the structure. The main class usually ends with main. Inside this class, we will configure the settings of our game. In the simple init app method, we will load our 3D environment and set up some of its properties such as camera and lighting. Let's implement a method to add some basic lighting to our scene. Good lighting is crucial for enhancing the visual appeal. Now we'll set up a simple water surface. JMonkey Engine has built-in water filters that we can use to create realistic water effects. Next, we want to set up our fishing rod and fish models. You can import models from Blender or use free models available online. To make our fishing game interactive, we need to respond to user inputs for casting the line. We'll set up an input listener. Now let's define the cast line method. This method will simulate the action of casting the fishing line into the water. Next, we'll create a simple AI for the fish. We want the fish to swim randomly around in the water. Let's implement collision detection between the fishing line and the fish. This will help us determine whether the player has successfully caught a fish. The catch fish method can handle what happens when a player successfully catches a fish. Let's make it update the score. To store the score, we also need a variable. Let's declare it at the beginning of the main class. Finally, let's set up an endgame screen that shows the player's score. You can implement this using JMonkey's GUI. Before we wrap up, I'd recommend adding sound effects for a more immersive experience. You can add sounds for casting the line and catching fish using JMonkey's audio system. Now you have the basics of a 3D fishing game. From here, you can expand on features like multiple fish types, upgrades for the fishing rod, or more elaborate environments. In conclusion, game development is a gradual journey, and there are endless possibilities of what you can create. Make sure to practice and explore more tutorials. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more programming tutorials. Happy coding!